Come on.
Well, that's okay, because that happens. I think I've had some $0 parties myself, and honestly, it's just in the numbers. It's in how many parties you do. So that it's okay. There's some $0 parties, and there's some $300 parties. So not all of them are going to be a home run, but I really think that if we just keep doing this as you're planning to do, and we keep doing that, it's definitely going to come together. So
that's I figure everybody's busy with summer, and maybe towards the holidays they're going to start get holiday minded, probably into the perfumes and the kits and that kind of stuff.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh,
hey.
Hi. How are you?
Good to see everybody. Did you guys all have a good 4th?
Oh gosh, we had a blast.
What'd you do, Jackie?
Had 2 of my kids up. One daughter and her husband bought a friend and her husband and 2 more kids. So there were 13 of us here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they came up Thursday night. They were here Friday, Saturday, and they left Sunday. And then when they left me with all the kids, except for 2. So I've got 4 kids. So
Oh, my goodness.
that's what we're doing now.
Who else had family in or went to see family for the 4th? Anybody? Yeah. Awesome. Hey guys, glad to see you guys all popping on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have a lot of information to share tonight, and so it's funny, I sent Whitney the agenda like an hour ago, and I totally left off the training part of it. So I was like, ha ha. Oops. Okay. So anyways, I'm excited about getting started. And I will say, I know a lot of you have already muted. I'm not going to mute everybody, but if you want to mute, if you feel like you've got a lot of noise, just mute yourself. And then when you want to talk, you can unmute by clicking the little mic on the bottom. And if not, then we're all good. So I want to start by saying, wow, happy July, happy New Year. This is a whole new seminar year in Mary Kay. So for those of you who are kind of new, you may not realize that Mary Kay's fiscal year is July 1st through June 30th. So we're like, everybody's slate is wiped clean and we're all like in the same spot. And then what we do between now and June 30th will decide what kind of rewards and prizes and things like that we'll get next year, which is really, really fun. So, and I know you guys saw the unit seminar awards. We're all going to do that together on Monday night. So it'll be just like this, same time, same place, but it'll be the 27th of this month. And I'm going to be mailing the achievers their prizes, the queens and their courts and runners up and all that fun stuff. And so you cannot open it when you get it in the mail because we're going to open them together on our awards night. So deal, you guys? I know y'all are going to want to like open it, but Whitney promises. Okay. All right. So we're going to see who all is on tonight. So if you, let's see, if this is anybody's first meeting, everybody's been on before. Okay, great. So who is new in the last 4 months? Just wave at us so we can see our newbies. Awesome. We're so glad to have you guys. Mindy, Jackie, yay. Okay. If you are a senior beauty consultant, which means you have at least 1 or 2 people on your team, let's wave. Senior beauty consultants. Yay. Okay, so I see a new senior consultant here, Amanda. Can you unmute?
Yes.
Okay, and just so congratulations on being a new senior consultant. Tell us who your first team member is.
Her name's Elaine, and we're actually doing her debut Facebook party tonight. So
oh wow,
she's a family friend. So yeah, it's really a neat connection we have with her. So I'm excited. I'm so
congratulations. That's awesome. Give a round of applause to Amanda, everybody.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And we have Ashley Webb and Nicole Eagle. I think we're waving as seniors. Is that right? Yay. Okay. Have fun. So then so like the newbies, you guys can be like, oh, okay. So seniors 1 or 2, right? That's kind of why I'm taking you through the career path here. So our next level up is called Star Team Builder. And that is, we also call that the red jacket. And can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the Star Team Builder or Red Jacket is when you have 3 or 4 people on your team. And by the way, with your first team member, you start earning commissions from the company, and you also get a $50 bonus for each person that you add when they start their business with 600 or more, because that's what makes them a qualified team member with the company. So the company gives you a $50 commission on that. So kudos. I know that's exciting for those of you who've gotten that. So our Star Team Builders are 3 or 4. I don't see any Star Team Builders on here tonight. We do have several that just aren't on with us this evening, but that's okay. But there's certainly positions open, and you know, anybody can move into that slot. So some of you seniors might be thinking about getting, you know, 1 or 2 more and then being in your red jacket. And you guys saw the new red jackets? Yes, and do you know that Amy Miller and Hannah Cook both earned the Rocket in Red challenge, and so they get a free red jacket of their choice, so they get to pick one of the 3 for free. I know, so exciting. Thank you, Jackie. Give me some energy here. That's awesome. Okay, so our next level up on the career path is called Team Leader, and that's when you have 5 to 7 people on your team that are actively working the business. And I don't believe we have any team leaders on here tonight either. And fun thing the company did is they changed the name of Future Sales Director to Team Leader Elite. I really think that's kind of cool. So there's a new pin and everything, and that's when you have 8 active people on your team, 8 to 10. So anybody on here a Team Leader Elite position? Yay! All right, Amy. Amy, introduce yourself and tell us why you love your MK Life.
Let's see. I'm Amy Miller, and I am Ashley and Whitney's mother. I'm under Whitney on her team. And why do I love my MK Life? It's just fun, and I love this group of ladies, and it's just been a fun adventure. It really has been. I look forward to Monday meeting. I just look forward to it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that you are here local with us right now.
Yeah, I might be living here. I don't know. It's been a while. I'm coming back, Jackie. I promise.
Okay, so our next level up is DIQ, and this is someone who has 10 or more active and has decided to submit for a director in qualification. So do we have a DIQ in the house? Yeah. So our DIQs, on-target car drivers, these Team Leader Elite girls, they are the ones that probably work the hardest of anybody because they're really moving and shaking and trying to make things happen and get their goals. So Hannah, introduce yourself and tell us why you love your MK Life.
I'm Hannah, and recently I am loving my MK Life for the personal growth. I think it's kind of interesting. Me and my husband were talking about this the other night, and I was just saying, you know, there are so many things that I have just not been great at in the past, just in like personal life. And I was like, I'm sitting here thinking and like reflecting back on it and how much I've grown since I've joined Mary Kay. And it's kind of amazing because things that I would have taken to heart like years ago, now I'm just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So it's more of, you know, what they meant, not what they actually said, and like different things like that. And it's really kind of cool because I'm seeing that more and more the longer that I'm in, and I'm loving it because it's a whole new perspective.
That's awesome. Yay. Well, we're excited for you. What is your goal for July?
Oh my gosh, there are lots of them.
Just tell us the most scary so we can cheer you on.
Okay, so initially I said that I would like to do 5,000 in production and get 7 new. If I'm being completely honest, I am going to go like full force, scary life, and I'm going to push to try to finish DIQ this month and see what happens. If I fail forward. So, hey, I'm all in.
That's right. And I was telling Hannah, And I've said this so many times for those of you who've been in for a while. Nicole, you guys have probably heard me at the meetings talk about if you stand against the wall and you decide you're going to walk across the room and you trip and you fall in the middle of the room, you're still further along than you were if you would have stayed at the wall where you were safe. You know, so we do fall in Mary Kay, but we fall forward. We're further ahead than if we had stuck by the wall in our little safety zone. So I applaud you for going for it, and, you know, make it or not, or you just go for it. And that's what you do, and you'll be further along. So that's awesome. And it's such a safe place because, you know, not everybody makes their goals, and it's okay if you don't make your goal because you can just reset the deadline. Nobody's counting because everybody else is worried about what they're doing and wondering if everybody's watching them. So you're good. Just keep moving forward. That's the key. I think that's what makes us successful in Mary Kay. It's just the ones that don't give up. So Emily Sims, my friend Emily posted, you remember the girl that that gave up? No, neither does anyone else. She sent that to me on the 30th. I was like, okay, that was good. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to my beautiful offspring sales director, Whitney Beebe.
Hey guys, I'm Whitney. I think I know everybody on here and you know me, so I'm going to skip the introduction part and I'm going to move forward to finding my place in the I'm never ready. I might never be ready. Here we go. All right, here we go. I am going to see who our honor attendees are. So if you, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to introduce myself, so I'm going to do it. All right, I'm Whitney Beebe, and I love my MK life because of the flexibility. If you are my friend on social media at all, you know that we are remodeling, and then a week later we do a different remodel and painting and all this stuff. And it has been incredibly helpful that I can set my own hours, because as a teacher, that would have been really, really challenging to be a part of any of this. And I'm just really, really grateful for the flexibility so that I can have a beautiful home, my family's there, and help make the decisions about paint colors. And Josh is not there doing it by himself because so there's like some really important things about that flexibility. So I love that about my MK life. And I would love to know, for our honor attendees, who here sold 300 or more last week? Wave wildly if you did. Okay. Hannah's like, I don't know. Is Nancy, was that like a wave or okay?
Oh yeah. But it's recognition's not for me. It's for y'all. So
yes,
I don't count.
At least we have somebody here who really made it happen. Hey Nancy, can you give us a tip for how you did that?
Sure. So we were finishing the Cadillac, which by the way we did it. Yay! So we're really excited about that. But I wanted to finish with I wanted my customers to have a part in it. So I reached out to my customers and I did I'm in a mission to finish my pink Cadillac. So I'm trying to sell 50 items in the next 3 days. And when I sell 50 items, I'm going to gift $50 in free Mary Kay away to one of the lucky customers. And so you guys, I didn't even finish adding it all up. It was over $700 in 3 days just from my customers. And they were just texting me. And I had some people who texted me and then the next day ordered more on my website. I had somebody call me at 9 o'clock at night on the 30th, which wasn't the prime time, but it was, they said, hey, I'm your cousin's best friend, and she shared with me on her social media that you're working on this goal and you're trying to win a Cadillac by selling items, so I want to order 3 or 4 things to help you. And it was just kind of crazy cool. Like, people were just coming out of the woodwork, right? So I was really, really excited about that. And that's all I did. And it's such a great idea for anybody who wants to just maybe move some product or bump some sales up real quick. And you don't have to do 50. You could say 30 items or 25 items, or, you know, the thing is, there's not very many of our products that are $10 or less. Most of the products are going to be higher than that. So even at $10 a product, if you sell 40 items, that's $400 or more before tax. So it was really exciting to see the sales come in. And then I had a party too, so.
So really, it's a combination of things, but I just wanted you to share that because I knew that that's something you had done that worked really well for you. So I just want to share that in case any of you kind of want to start thinking and brainstorming for how to do that for yourselves. Okay, let's see. I would love to know who has 3 bookings on their planner right now. 3 bookings. Okay. Good news. We're going to work towards that this week. So that's okay. All right. Next thing I'd love to know. Who did 3 shares this past week? Who shared the opportunity with 3 women this past week? Yay! Mom did it! Yay! Congratulate her. And then who here got a new recruit last week? Anybody? We got a couple people. Yeah, it's very exciting. And really, I would say for recruiting, I know the stories behind recruiting for a lot of these ladies, it wasn't like the first time we talked to them, and it wasn't the first person we ever shared with. It's just consistency, true with any part of Mary Kay. Consistency, some weeks you have 300, some weeks you don't. But if you're constantly working, those $300 weeks are part of the flow of Mary Kay. So I would just encourage you to keep going and keep working towards the next thing. Okay, I am going to I'm going to do my announcements real quick. All right, so Fearless Unit. Here are some announcements. All right, so we have our unit goals. Every month we set kind of unit goals at the beginning of the month. So here are unit goals for July. All right, so we want 10 sparklers. And you might not know what that is because it's new. So sparklers is anybody who, we used to call them B achievers, and that's somebody who's ordered $600 in a month. Now, I know $600 can sound like a little overwhelming, so it can be cumulative. In fact, most people it will be cumulative. I don't think I've done a $600 straight up order since my initial inventory order. So it's really working consistently. And what I'd say the easiest way to be a sparkler is to be an igniter. And that's where you've ordered $300 by the 15th. So that gives us 9 days. So sometimes breaking it down a little bit and saying, all right, I can sell that much by the 15th. So work to be an igniter, selling $300 by the 15th. So you're able to put that order in, and then you only have halfway left to go. So I'd really encourage you to do that, especially we're in a new seminar year. If you do that, you're on track to be a star consultant, and you could be an all-star because we're really through the year. You could be a sparkler for the whole year because this is the first month. So even if you've never done it before, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's a new seminar year. So I'd really love to see 10 of those in our unit this month, and we already have one, and it is Elaine, who is our newest unit member, and she's on Amanda's, well, she might not be the newest, but she's almost the newest, if not. And she's Amanda's new teammate, and she's already won. So we already have 1 down. We only have 9 to go. I'm planning on doing it, and I know we have a couple other people in our unit who have been very consistent. My mom is going to be one. I know that's just part of her routine of what she does. So even if you've never done it, we're starting from scratch, and we can do this time. All right, the next thing we're going to do as a unit is I want to do 6,000 introductions.
I'll make macaroni for now. Okay.
So we got really close to that 6,000 mark last month, so we're really shooting for 6,000 this month, and that's going to put us on target for some really and I'd love to be a car driving unit. That's really like, I feel like that's when you're like really you're on your way as a unit. You want to be a car driving unit, free car driving unit. And then we want 8 new team members this month, okay? Amanda, help me remember, was Elaine, when did Elaine sign up? Was it this month or last month?
She signed up on the 30th.
On the 30th, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Elaine signed up on the 30th. So we don't have any new unit members this month so far. We had several on the 30th. So we're looking for 8 new Fearless unit members. I'm really excited. I know a lot of you are working towards that already just through your parties and things. So I'm very, very confident we can do that. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is that we are going to have a special training on Thursday, and I know Nancy is going to talk about that as well. But we're having a special training on Thursday at 6. You want to be here. Cancel all your other stuff you got going on. 6 p.m. Thursday, we're going to have a special training by Celeste Bell, and she's going to talk about how she completed the
Whitney, hang on. I can't hear you. There's a lot of background noise, and you're like coming in and out.
Okay.
So hang on. Let me see if I can fix it.
Okay.
Let me see.
Better.
Okay. All right.
How's now?
Good.
Okay. Good deal. Sorry. So
I don't know
if
if
you
it was
missed,
feedback. Maybe it was feedback.
I don't know. Is it okay now?
It's fine. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay.
On Thursday at 6 p.m., we're going to have a special training by Celeste Bell. She completed the Queen's Court of Sales for this last seminar year. And if you're new, you don't even know what that means, and that's okay. We're going to tell you what that means. And it's really a big deal. Not everybody does that. And she's a consultant, you guys. So she's not a director. She's a consultant. It is for anybody who wants it. And it's really going to be helpful tips and very, very practical for selling this year. We're at the beginning, like fresh start, clean slate. And I know a lot of us are really working to kind of step up our game. Or if you're new, you're like, I have no game to step up, so let's just go big. So this is really exciting. So I'm really excited for Thursday at 6 p.m. You want to be here live. I know you can watch the recording, but if you can be here live's better. So that's what I'd recommend. And that's my biggest announcements for this week. So back to you, Nancy.
All right. So we're going to do the Dream Believers announcements. So a lot of them are very similar. But first of all, I want to say congratulations. We did earn our Cadillac. We also were a 400,000 Circle of Achievement unit, which is really fantastic. Our unit sold over almost 428,000 retail this year. So we were shooting for 650, but we did 428. So I didn't meet the goal, but it's okay because I'm happy where we are. So, so it's all good. We debuted an Offspring sales director with Whitney. So I'm really happy for Whitney and the Fearless unit. We also had 2 of our girls here who were all-star consultants all year long, and that was Amy Miller and Whitney. So I just wanted to give them a round of applause. That's awesome for being all-star consistency. And Whitney and Amy were also in the Princess Court of Achievers for seminar, and so was I, meaning that we all sold over 20,000 retail this past year. So, and I'm going to go into training tonight is going to be about the different courts and ways that we can win, and the different ways that you can play. But that's a really big goal, and I'm real proud of you, Whitney and Amy, for accomplishing that. With me. It was fun. So I'm really proud of that. So I wanted to let you guys know that first. So the first thing is July 17th is the Preferred Customer Program deadline. The good news is they're printing a book, right? So we're going to get a hard copy of it'll be the fall issue, and there's going to be a lot of fun new things coming out because it'll be like, it comes out in August, the book does, and so it'll be like September, October, and that'll be like people starting to shop for Christmas. So I think there's going to be some really fun items in there, and that'll be really neat. So you want to enroll because you'll get a book, and then everybody that you put on your list will get a book. So the way that it works is you get on In Touch, and you go to Business Tools, and then that big long drop-down menu pops up, and you'll go to Preferred Customer Program, and you can enroll customers there. Anybody that you've already put in your customers, you know, when you go to My Customers and you put in like a sales ticket or whatever, they're automatically going to show up, and you just click their name and it will enroll them. And then you can add people, like if you don't have their address right now and you want to get on the phone or text and like message them and say, hey, I'm sending out a preferred customer, my preferred customers are going to get a catalog in the mail, and it offers a free gift with purchase and free samples. You know, you want to get them on that because this will be the one where people are going to start shopping for the holiday. So I think that you'll want to do that. And that is the 17th. And then seminar registration. You guys, if you earned any types of recognition whatsoever, you want to register by the 10th, which is what day? I don't even know. My calendar's gone. What day is it anymore?
3 days.
What day of the week is that? Is that Friday? Friday. Okay, so Friday the 10th, you're going to want to register. So if you did Princess Court, if you did Queen's Court, if you did something with the National Go Give area, you know, the national area, any of those things that you qualified for, new director, earning a car, all those kinds of things, you want to make sure that you're registered so you're included in the recognition, because the company has hired a production company and they've got to get all the people's information. I don't know how they're going to work it, because I don't even know if they know how they're going to work it, because this is like the first time in history that they've had to do it virtually. But I'm really, really excited to see what they're going to do. So you want to make sure that you get your registration in. It is $45 or $40 if you attended Career Conference virtually. So that means it's only $5 because they're going to give you $40 in free product on your first order after seminar's over. The other cool thing is Adeline's so sweet. Y'all, look at her. Oh my gosh. Hi. She's so precious and distracting. I just love her, Amanda. Okay, so the other thing about seminar that I found out is they are going to do training classes on your career path level, but they're not going to do it during that 3 days. They're going to make it available to those who register. and it'll be available right after seminar ends. And you will not only get the training for Emerald seminar, but we'll be able to get the training for all the other seminars too. And we'll get to go back and see the queens from each seminar and their speeches. So usually we just get our own, just the Emerald. But for those of you who are new, there's 5 different seminars. And so we'll get to have all of the top speeches and information and tips and training from all 5 for our cost of $5, which is so cool. They're also going to do giveaways. So those of you who've gone to career conference or seminar before, they do the give it away, give it away, give it away. And then they give away something, and they're like nice prizes, like Kate Spade bags or really nice sunglasses or, all kinds of fun stuff. So it'll be neat to be a part of that as well. So don't forget, and I would register by the 10th just so you know it's done, and then, I think the final registration goes to August 13th, but you don't want to wait that long. You want to get in so you can make sure that you're going to get recognized for everything. Does that make sense? Okay. The next thing is the new Star Quarter started, and I have my poster here. So let me see if I can show you the English side. Okay, so this is the new Star Quarter poster. See, and there's all kinds of fun prizes. Like this is way up here where Amy always is. She's probably going to pick that. Quilted jacket, right? There's like cookware, some sort of Bluetooth thingy. I don't know, like a throw, these little speakers, there's all kinds of fun things. So, and I like the cute little bowl set and like scarf, they're thinking holiday, so it's getting close to the holidays, but you are gonna wanna be a Star Consultant. So this is also this is also shown on InTouch. So if you go to InTouch and you click on contests and promotions, all the contests will come up. And so I encourage you to go there and see. It'll reiterate some of the things I'm going to share with you tonight, but you want to be a Star Consultant. Why? Because Star Consultants get early ordering privileges. Boom, that's the biggest reason, I think. So when new products come out, the Star Consultants can order it like 5 days before anybody else can get their hands on it. So if there is an early run out or something goes out of stock, the Stars will have it. So you want to do that. And then also you get referrals. So if someone new comes to your zip code and they're looking for a Mary Kay consultant, they'll refer them to you because they know you have the product to service the customer. And that kind of makes sense, right? They don't want to just refer them to someone if they don't know they can take care of the customer. Another thing about Star Consultants is you get the prize, of course, and lots of recognition. And then when you're a 4-quarter star, you get that all-star recognition, and it's going to be a beautiful bag, and the bags are posted there too. We get Ted Baker this year, which is really neat. And I forget what they're called. I don't know. Are they Ted Baker again this year? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to look. It's under contest, so we'll have to look and see. Okay, and then the last thing for my announcement is the new theme for this year is Spark a Chain Reaction. And so Whitney's already touched on that. So we have the pre-B is now called Igniter. And so when you have 300 in, by the 15th, you'll be an Igniter. And then 600 is the Sparkler earrings. How many of you saw that? Sparkler earrings. Those are pretty sweet. I think they look like little fireworks. I think they're really cute. And then, and that's really cool. And each piece of jewelry, you can win that every single month when you order 600 or more. And like Whitney said, it can be cumulative throughout the month, but there's a designer who specifically designs each piece just for Mary Kay. And I think that's really awesome. And if you haven't watched the video, I encourage you to go on InTouch or watch it. And you'll see, like, it's just really neat to hear him talk and show some of the pieces, which is kind of cool. Okay, and so that is the end of my announcements. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. So I'm gonna open it up for Crow Time. So anybody have anything great they wanna share? Y'all, we had a lot of wins, so I know you guys have some victories to share and be excited about. Even if that's getting your first order in, or getting your first recruit, or having your first month as a director, let's share our victories. I already shared mine, you guys. The Cadillac, like really? And then what did they do today? Did you guys see? They came out with a Camaro. What?
I'm excited for the truck.
Oh yeah, the truck too. I was like, are you kidding? Like all they had was the Traverse. I was like, I don't want that. I'm gonna get the Cadillac. And now they have all these other options. So it's okay. I love the Cadillac. I'm happy. Who has something great to share? Hannah.
We finished month 1 of DIQ.
And it was really easy, and you got done early.
Sure.
Tell everybody about your finish.
So I will tell you, my finish was really scary. If I'm being totally honest, I about had a mental breakdown like the day of. Like, you can ask Nancy. I'm like boxing her, and I was like, it's just not happening. It's not going to happen. We're 1,300 away, and I have no idea how we're going to. And I'm just like, mental breakdown. I'm at work, can't focus on anything. It was so bad. And so I literally just stopped, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go treat myself to Starbucks. Found out I had a free Starbucks, which totally changed my mood, not going to lie. And while I'm in line drinking my free Starbucks, like trying to get all that squared away, Nancy texts me and says, hey, just wanted to let you know, one of your new consultants just ordered. She ordered 600, so you're only 600 away. And she was like, and didn't you say that there were 2 more orders coming in of around $300 a piece? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, yeah, you're done. And I was like, wait, what? So I got crazy and got really, really excited at that point, because I was like, it happened. Woo! So yeah.
And it happened because of your consistency and probably because your Starbucks break. It probably had a lot to do with it. Who else has something great to share?
So this week, we were supposed to go home, but then we didn't get to go home because things changed. So Whitney has 6 people at her house while she's having a bathroom remodel. Woohoo! Living at her house, not just visiting. And but a girlfriend, Terry, who is on my team, was staying at our house this weekend, and she said, "Hey, there's a TV on your porch. Want me to bring it in?" I was like, "Yeah, bring it in." So that was my star prize. So that was really fun to get the TV. So I haven't seen it yet, but it's sitting in my house waiting for me. So.
Oh, that's awesome. And that was one of the higher star prizes. Like, I do imagine you could probably get that cute quilted jacket. That's really cute.
I did look at that jacket. I haven't looked at it yet. So.
She was immediately like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else get their first recruit qualified? Anybody?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
At the beginning, we talked about, the consultants. I was like, but yeah, she did. She did a $600 order. So I'm so excited. She is really, really going to be good at this. I mean, she's really into it. She wants it to be her business. So I'm so excited to have her as my first team member.
Well, congratulations, because I know how hard you work to get your first team member. Like, you did a lot of shares, and usually it's, they say that 1 in 5 will say yes. So if you share with 5 people, you should get a new team member. That's one of the reasons why Whitney and I do the Pearls of Sharing, where you do 6 practice shares or have 6 people listen to the information, and then usually you should get 1 and be, a senior consultant. But sometimes it's not no, yes. No. Sometimes it's no. And you're like, but then you might get yes, 2 at a time. You never know. So you're just one step closer to a yes when you start getting those no's. Just know that. But it does average out. I can remember one time, if this gives anybody hope on here, one time I did 32 shares over between April, May, and June. I personally did 32 shares, and I recruited 8 people. Had 8 people join my team, and that's 1 in 4. So, but it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3. It wasn't like that. So there were a lot of no's during that time. But the thing is, you just keep going, and it will average out. And I love that about math, because this business is not magical; it's mathematical. So it does work if you follow the law of averages. You just got to do enough activity, like Amanda did, to get to the yes. So really proud of you.
Thank you. So happy.
Anybody else have something great to share? Whitney? You have to unmute.
Sorry, there was sound things going on outside.
And you can't even hide in the bathroom.
Also, it's 6 people with 1 bathroom because the other bathroom's under construction, so it's exciting. But we're getting through it all. Anyway, I am really excited because our unit grew by 6. Man, I can't math it. We grew by 6 last month, which is really exciting. And one of them was my personal teammate, and we created her party group this morning for her Facebook debut, and we already have 25 people in there. And she's just really excited, ready to go. So I'm really proud of Kayla. That's her name. She couldn't be on tonight, but she's planning to be here next week. I can't wait to introduce her. But it is really, I don't know, I guess maybe it's the teacher in me, but seeing your people win is, Nancy and anybody who's a senior at all can fully relate that seeing your people win is like almost as good as having your own personal win. And just seeing like Amanda become a senior and Kayla really having a strong start with debut. Whenever any of you makes a sale, like I'm just like, yes, you can't even know, like it means a lot to me too. So it's been just really fun to celebrate your wins with you and see them and know that there's a lot of people who are changing lives past their own and making sales and doing all the things. So my Crow Time is just like, it is fun to be a director, y'all. Everybody should try it.
Whitney, why don't you go ahead and do our high sales for tonight?
Okay.
Well, we kind of already did, didn't we? But let's see who did sell the most.
Yes. Okay. If you sold $100 last week, wave at me. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Good. All right. If you sold 150 last week, wave. Okay. 200. 250. Okay, Hannah, how close? What was your total?
253.
Okay. So guys, she was only $47 away from being the queen of sales last week because ladies, what do you have to sell to be the queen of sales in a week?
$300.
Yes, 300. So I know some of you I have been the person that sold like 290 before in a week. So it pays to track your sales because if I had like realized, like I probably could have gotten that shut down. So track your sales per week and you'll attract number grows. So congratulations, Hannah. Let's give her a round of applause. High sales for the weekend.
So how did you do it?
Oh yeah, good question.
So you made this lovely suggestion last week about trying a 50 item challenge. I think I ended up selling somewhere around 20 items, something like that. But I mean, the sales came in and it was, because most of that happened within like 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that's how you had done it, or I probably wouldn't have asked, but that's really cool.
It was awesome.
Well, and something I love about that is that it's not, I don't know, like it's just sending out text. It's not even like it took all this extra anything. So I think that's really, really smart way to make some money.
Okay, Whitney, do you want to do some recognition?
I would love to do some, okay, you guys, all of this is on a list that she gave me and she shouldn't have to remind me in Nancy's defense, but I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to do some recognition. I want to know who my June Be Achievers were. Dream Believers, Fearless Unit. If you were a June Be Achiever, wave at me. Because I know we have several on here. Okay. Oh, that's really exciting. Okay.
Jackie was too.
Yes, Jackie, and she might not even know that, and she's not on here anymore. No, she is. She's right there. I'm sorry. Your name wasn't showing up. So Jackie was as well, and Be Achiever is somebody who sold 600 in a month, and the new name for that is a sparkler. So that's what it'll be from now on, but June Be Achiever. So we're really, really proud of you guys. And then I also wanted to recognize for here in July, we in the Fearless Unit already have our first Igniter / Sparkler. She did both. 300 was in before the 15th, and that is Elaine Dinwiddie. So we're really, really excited about that. Already done, and we already have some people who are working towards that. So I know we're gonna have a lot more, probably even next week. And that is what I wanted to recognize. So, okay, sorry guys, I'm not on my
Yay! I'm gonna turn it over to the amazing DIQ in the room, Hannah Cook, to share about a new product that I think you want to hear about. So Hannah?
Okay, guys. So I'm going to tell you about probably my new favorite thing in the world. Like, I love this. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but we have these pH lip balms. They had the pink one, and then they had Berry. And so Berry is the one I'm going to tell you about. I have nothing on my lips right now because I intentionally just let it all wear off over the day so that I could reapply this while I'm talking to you. But it looks like this. It's very light purple. It's pH intuitive, which basically means that it is going to be different on every person that wears it. So it's going to give you a unique shade based on your body chemistry, which is so cool. Like, oh my gosh, it looks totally different on Nancy than it looks on me and totally different on Whitney. It's really like ridiculously wonderful and I love it. It retails for $18. So for you consultants, it's $9. Like, what? Okay, so it is totally a favorite, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like real quick, but I've given you all my info. But you just see how it's like changing as I'm talking to you. Super fun. But it's like totally different.
Pretty.
Like
Wow.
one minute to the next. I love it. So that's the pH lip balm in Berry.
That's so pretty. Anybody else wearing it? I am too, but it looks different on all of us. I think that's the really cool part. Ashley, are you wearing it? Or are you wearing like a berry lipstick?
I am wearing the Berry a la Mode.
Ah, it's very pretty. I feel like it's like the same color.
And this one is supposed to be like hydrating the lips and stuff, so that's why I picked it. But
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you, Hannah, for sharing our product commercial with us tonight. So I have a special contest that I want to share with you guys. I thought this would be really fun. So, Whitney, should we play or not? Should we be on the team? We didn't talk about that. No, I don't think we should. Okay, so we have 8 people on tonight. So what we're going to do is we're going to number off 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. And then we're going to have 2 different teams. So I'm going to start with Mindy because she's in the top left of my screen. So Mindy, you'll be a 1. And Ashley, you'll be a 2. Amy, you'll be a 1. Hannah, you'll be a 2. So y'all kind of look and see who's on your team. Nicole, you'll be a 1. Amanda Lyons, you're a 2. Jackie, you're a 1.
Okay.
Therese, you're a 2.
Hey, macaroni's in there.
And Rebecca, you're a 1. Okay, so wave if you're a 1. Wave if you're a 1. Okay, so look at these people. You might want to write their names down. They're on your team, 1s. Okay, great. Now wave if you're a 2. See who's on your team, 2s. Okay, all right. And Charisse is waving, right?
I am waving.
Yeah, okay. So that's your team. So here's the deal. Whitney and I are gonna do a booking challenge between team 1 and team 2. It starts at 7 o'clock tonight when the meeting ends, and it goes through 7 o'clock Wednesday night. The team who has the most bookings is gonna win a prize package from us in the mail, and it will have maybe some samples, maybe a little prize, maybe some candy. It's just going to be a fun little prize package in the mail. So you want your team to win. Should we get a team captain for team 1? Who wants to be the team captain so you can kind of text her?
Amy.
Mindy?
Amy. No, Amy.
Amy, are you a 1? Okay, so you're the team captain. You've been elected. We need a team captain for team 2. Who's going to be our team captain?
Hannah.
Hannah, you've been nominated. Do you accept?
Sure, why not?
Okay, great. So we're gonna have team 1 is team captain is Amy, team 2 is Hannah, and you guys can just kind of write down who's on your team. If you don't have their numbers, you'll need to get it. Somehow from somebody at the end, you can message them or on the page or something, or in the chat, you can do it if you want to. But you're gonna want to get the numbers to me and Whitney, team 1 and team 2, by 7 o'clock on Wednesday. So want to tell us, and then we'll be able to announce the winner, the winning team. And it's only for you guys that are on here tonight. So if somebody missed the meeting tonight, they don't get a chance to be a part of this. This is just a fun challenge for you guys, and a thank you for being on and being committed to our training and inspiration every week. Any questions about that?
Nope.
I'm excited, you guys. If you just sit down for an hour, you can get 3 bookings. I mean, you know, you really can. So I just say find your hour. If it's 15 minutes here and 30 minutes here and 15 minutes somewhere else, find your hour in the next 2 days and get some great bookings so your team can be the winner, because you're going to want the silver.
And use the contest to your advantage. I always tell people when I'm in a contest or I'm trying to book, I'm like, hey, I'm in a contest and I have a whole team counting me. You have to do a party for me. And
Okay, that's awesome. All right, so team with the most bookings. Everybody's in?
Everybody's in.
Awesome, cool. All right, so I'm going to share now, and I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody if I can figure out how to do it. Let me see. I may not be able to do it. Oh gosh, I don't know. I may not be able to do it. I went away.
I hear you. I see you.
Okay, here we go. I don't know how to do it. It won't let me mute everybody for some reason.
Mindy, hit the thing that looks like a little speaker, and then you'll be muted.
Yeah, but I don't want to mute me because I'm going to train.
It's quiet here.
Okay, good. All right, I just keep hearing feedback. It might just be me. Maybe it's my computer. Alrighty, so I'm going to start with some new year, new goals information for you guys. And so everybody, like I said, it's a clean slate. Everybody, it starts at 0 July 1. Even one of my good friends, Callie Brigham, who finished 1.1 I think it was her goal. I don't know if I think she did it, but 3-time $1 million sales director, you guys, she's at 0, just like I am at the beginning of July. So that's really cool. We all have a chance, right? Okay, so here are some things that are year-long that are just good to have in your focus, because people without a vision perish. So this just gives you something to look for, something to aim for. Now, I'm not only going to give you the year-long stuff, but I'm going to tell you how to break it down into bite-sized pieces, because Mary Kay always taught me you can do anything, no matter how big it is. You could even eat an elephant if it's just one bite at a time. So you can break down each thing, just like we break down Star Consultant and we say, okay, that's like $600 a month. Or, you know, if you did 300 between the 16th of June and the 30th of June, you're kind of like on track for Star. And then you can do 600 in July and 600 in August and another 3 before the 15th of September and you're Star. So you can break it down and it makes it more doable. Does that make sense? So I'll be sharing some of that with you. We're going to start with our national court of sales and sharing. So these are just like ways that you can, you know, play in Mary Kay and find a place to win. It boosts your confidence and, you know, honestly, it boosts your bank account too. So the National Court of Sales, what is it? The National Court of Sales is when you're responsible for 40,000 retail in the year. And the company doesn't really know what we're selling. They can only base it on what we order. So just like with the B, now the Sparkler prize, we're not actually selling 600 to our customer. That's not what we get the prize for. We're getting the prize for ordering 600 wholesale from the company, which we can then sell and make 1,200 off of, right? So the National Court of Sales is selling, it sells, but it's actually ordering 40,000 retail, which breaks down to you're really ordering 20,000 wholesale because retail is double, right? So really it would be ordering 20,000. And so if you divided 20,000 by 12, because there are 12 months, July through June, it averages out to be $1,667 a month. $1,667 a month will get you 20,000, and that's without any specials. And I'm here to tell you, the company has been running some crazy good specials. In the last couple of years, I've seen them do double credit. They did twice as nice in May, and I don't know if you guys remember that, but whatever we did in May, we get gifted this seminar year. So if you added 2 new qualified team members in May, you start off this seminar year with 2 new qualified already, just as a gift, which is kind of cool. The same thing with your sales. So if you ordered $1,500 in May, you start off this year with $1,500 already in towards your quart of sales. So that's exciting. So we're already kind of ahead. Just thank you, Mary Kay. So what do we need to order that kind of product? I would say, you know, Mary Kay teaches that when we sell our product, we do like a 60-40 split. We put 60% aside for the next time we want to order. So the only time we need to put something on a card or a loan or whatever is when we first start. And then after that, we should be using our sales to order from. So if you know, have a $300 week, that would be $160 you would set aside would be your 60%, and you would use that for the next time you want to order. Does that make sense? The 40%, you can do whatever you want to. Take your husband to dinner, go buy a new dress, whatever you want to do. That would be $140. So that's the 60-40 split. So you would need to sell like $4,200 to make your 40%, to use the 40%. So that would be the 1667. Does that make sense? I think I said that kind of weird. But that's 14 parties a month, or with 3 faces. And I don't know, but y'all, that sounds like too much to me. I'm not going to do 14 parties in a month. I would rather do 4 parties and have 10 people at each party. That sounds way more doable. And especially in this time where we're all virtual, that is more doable. So I would be looking at, you know, how can I get in front of 40 faces a month? Because the average per face is probably $50 to $100 if you look back at your sales from your parties. So if you had 4 parties with 10 people, or you have 5 parties with however many, 8 people, you know, so that it adds up to 40. That's how you can do National Quart of Sales and still pocket 40% every month for your family, and just order that 1667. So that's National Quart of Sales. When you get National Quart of Sales and there's seminar in Dallas, Texas, you get invited to a royalty reception, which starts before the award show. And you guys will get to all see the award show this year. It's such a big deal. They usually have like men with tuxedos, and they have like escorts. They escort you across the stage to the middle, where a national sales director hands you your prize for the National Quart. And the National Quart of Sales, they win diamond rings. So they're real diamond rings, like 2 carats, 3 carats, and you get to pick the one that you want. And, you know, some of them have other prizes too, like smart TVs or a cash, you know, option. If somebody's, you know, got 1 million rings and they don't want to have a lot of rings, there are other people who are like, look at all my rings, and that's them. So, you know, it just depends on what you want. So the National Quart of Sales is very doable. I had a lot of friends who do it. I'm excited because Whitney has asked Celeste to come and share with us on Thursday. So that's what Thursday night is about. She's a consultant, and she just finished this very quart this year. So I'm excited to hear how she did it and kind of get her tips and tricks. So you're going to want to be on there just to hear what she says, because even if you don't sell 40,000 and do the National Quart, it'll probably get you in the Princess Quart, which is really good too. Okay, so the National Quart of Sharing is 24 qualified team members. 24 qualified. And in order to be qualified, that means that they place a $600 order or higher the month they sign up, or the following month, or because of Great Start, within their first 4 months. For example, let's say that Nicole came in, and she came in July, and she ordered $300. And then she didn't order in August, but in September, she ordered another $300. She would count as Great Start qualified in September. So it does add up cumulatively in your first 4 months. And that would be a qualified team member for you for this year. Does that make sense? So 24 qualified is the Quart of Sharing, and that's where they give diamond bumblebees, diamond bumblebee that you can wear on your suit or your dress or what have you. They also have a bracelet that has the diamond bumblebee, and they also have a ring that has a diamond bumblebee. So you get to choose which one you want for that. And again, if it's in person, which, you know, it's going to be in person next year. So you'll get to walk across the stage, and you'll get to see the winners and the achievers recognized this year virtually, but you'll be able to be on that stage if you yourself achieve it this year, which is really cool. So it breaks down to getting 2 new people a month. 2 times 12 is 24. So 2 new a month. So if you share with 5 to get 1, how many shares is that in a month? 10. 10, yeah. So that doesn't sound hard at all to do 10 in a month, especially if you're doing 40 faces. You can find a fourth of them to listen, right? Say something like, at every party, I select someone just to hear the information and give their opinion. And tonight I've selected you. Is there any reason why you wouldn't want to listen to help me? You know, so just something simple like that, but just sharing with 10 a month should get you 2 new a month. So that's the National Court of Sharing. Anybody get excited about that? Awesome. Okay, who's excited about the National Court of Sales? Anybody? Diamond rings your thing? Okay, all right. Woo-hoo. Yeah, why not? Okay, so now we're gonna cut it all in half. So if that's like too overwhelming to you and you're like, I'm just not a big seller, like 40,000, 20, woo, I can't do it. If that's just shuts your brain down, then let's look at the Princess Court of Sales. It's basically half. So the Princess Court of Sales is 20,000, which means basically you're ordering 10,000 wholesale in the year, which divided by 12 months is 833 a month. So you would probably need to do about 20 faces a month if your average party is about 300. So that seems very doable too, like 20 faces, especially right now. How many, Whitney, did you say your friend has already on her page? 25? Yeah. So that's really one party. And I know like Dee Dee Porter, she's not on here tonight. You guys pray for her little baby, Elijah. I think he's doing better. I did talk with her yesterday, but they had their baby and her first party was like over 600. It was like crazy good. So one party, you know, could do that for you. So anyway, the Princess Court of Sales is half of the National Court, and the Mary Kay Go Give area honors the Princess Court achievers with a beautiful necklace and earring set. And you can find those listed under the contest on InTouch. Like right now, they'll show the pictures and show you. And I know that Amy and Whitney have earned that for this year, and I've earned that, so that's kind of cool. And if you do both courts, you get like doubles, you get extra stuff, which is kind of neat too. Okay, so Princess Court of Sharing is 12 qualified. So it's half of the National Court. So if you had 12 qualified, that's not in 1 month. See, that makes it sound easy, just saying it like that. That's for the year. Yeah, just 1 month. So, you know, if you did that through the year, you would be a Princess Court of Sharing earner, and you would get prizes and recognition for that as well. So then the next thing is there's the National Court, the Princess Court is half of that, and then we have our Unit Court prizes, and that is half of the Princess. So in order to be in the Unit Court for the Dream Believers for our seminar awards night, you had to do 10,000 in the course of the year, which is basically ordering 5,000 wholesale during the year, which breaks down to 416 a month. So like that's a lot easier too. Like that's 2 parties, right? Maybe 3, depending, because every party's not a great party. And you know, I know my first 3 parties, you guys, I'm embarrassed to tell you, but I sold nothing. Like my first 3 parties, I sold $0. And I thought, oh, I stink at this. I'm not any good. What am I doing? You know, and I had all these horrible thoughts, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to quit. And I did. I had 2 other parties booked for the next week. So I went ahead and I told my husband, I'm going to do these other 2 parties, and then that's it. I'm just not good at this. And I mean, I had taken out a loan for product. I mean, I was feeling really, really nervous. But I did parties 4 and 5 the next week. And together, you guys, I sold $750 between those 2 parties. So then I was hooked. And I know, like, you know, I realized, like, okay, not every party is going to be a great party. I heard Whitney saying that at the beginning. Some of the parties are not great. That's okay. But they will average out. Just keep doing them. I'm so glad I didn't quit or give up. After my first 3 parties were like nothing, not one sale, not a sponge tip applicator, nothing. So, you know, they didn't even want a facial cloth, nothing. I was like, couldn't give the product away. So anyways, I've come a long way. I just want to encourage you that. Okay, so our Unit Court is $416 a month, you guys, which is probably 1 or 2 parties, really, really easy. Or doing one party and doing a sales challenge, like selling so many items, or doing the 24, 24, 24, or something like that. And then the unit court of sharing then would be 6 qualified. And so that's one every other month. Like that's it. You know, one new qualified person every other month, and that gets you in the unit court of sharing. So, so those are the courts. National Court, Princess Court is half of that, and then our unit court is half of that. And that's what we're going to be recognizing, some of the recognition on the 27th that I'm really excited about. We talked about the STAR consultant program already, and so I'm not going to go over that with you tonight, but I do want to talk about the Spark a Chain Reaction really quickly, because that is consistency. And you know, Amy tells us all the time, like that's her best success tip. I mean, just being consistent. And it's so true, because when you're consistent, things start to flow and things start to happen. When you do the Spark a Chain, that's when you order 600 or more a month. And it's easy I think it's easy. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe it's not to some other people, but I feel like it makes it easier if you are an igniter first. So if you work to get 300 in by the 15th, you know already you can get a 300 in 15 days. Like it makes it simpler in my brain that, oh, I could do it again before, you know, from the 16th to the 30th or 31st. So that challenge alone, I think, will help a lot of you to not only bump up your prizes and recognition, all that, but also your money that you get for you and your family. And then too, it'll help you to be a STAR consultant, because if you're ordering 600, 600, 600, you will be a STAR. And it won't be like, oh my gosh, how do I do 1,800? How do people do that? Because that used to be me too. And I couldn't understand how they did that. How did they get 1,800, you know, every single quarter? I couldn't figure that out. And now I have earned my STAR 70 quarters in a row. 70 quarters. I don't even know how many years that is, you guys. That's a lot. But I don't ever miss. And like Whitney always says, you know, like that was her hill to die on. Like she decided, I'm going to be a STAR. And, you know, once she did that, things really started happening for her and moving in the right direction, because stars earn cars and stars become directors and stars become leaders. So I think that that's really cool, you know, that this one little program can help us to do that. So I think that it's really awesome. Also, the Grand Days challenge that we do. The Grand Days are like any day that you sell $100 in a day and you post that. And I know Whitney just drew for her winner from this past month. I still have to do that, so I haven't done that yet. But that's exciting. Just those Grand Days lead to grand weeks, lead to grand months. You know what I mean? Like the real grand, like $1,000. So that's exciting. And it's just a little bit at a time. So I hope that that makes things seem a little bit simpler to you. There's always going to be contests. And if you look around the Mary Kay world, not every director does the same contest, because they have different goals for their unit. And there's different things. Some people are trying to earn a car. Some people are trying to build offspring. You know, some people are just trying to grow their unit size. I mean, whatever it is, there's going to be different things that they do, but these basic things stay the same. So I think if you focus on that and pick where you want to play, just go for it. Because it's like we said in the beginning, like if you fall down in the middle of the room, it's okay. You just get back up and you're further along than you were, you know? So I think that that's awesome, that we have all of these different fun things that we do. And I'm excited to run this race with you guys this year and see where we end up next year. I'm already looking at Spain. I have to tell you, that's the trip. That's 650. So I don't want to give up on the goal. I just want to move that deadline. But it's exciting. And I know after seminar, we'll probably all have like a little bit more clarity on what we want after we see all of that. How many of you on here are going to register or have already registered for seminar? Yay, awesome. Awesome, great, good. Okay, I have asked the amazing, audacious Ashley Webb, that I haven't gotten to see her face in a minute. I'm so excited, I've missed the Webbs. I would love for Ashley to close us out tonight with some inspiration.
Okay, well, when I was thinking of inspirational people, my first thought was Whitney and Hannah, because they've pushed through when things are really hard. But then I was also thinking that I grew up hearing about a very inspirational woman. That was Elizabeth Elliot. And she had a couple of quotes, and then I also found a kind of inspirational thought as well. But one quote that Elizabeth Elliot said was, "Of one thing I am perfectly sure, God's story never ends with ashes." And I thought that was really great, because we're talking about being consistent and pushing forward. And I think that's scary sometimes, but we're in the fearless unit, so we can't be scared. And we have to push forward, and we have to also realize that his story isn't going to end with ashes. Elizabeth Elliot also said, "This job has been given to me to do, therefore it is a gift, therefore it is a privilege, therefore it is an offering I may make to God. Therefore it is to be done gladly if it is done for him. Here, not somewhere else, I may learn God's way. In this job, not in some other, God looks for faithfulness." And if we're talking about consistency, that woman was consistent, but then I love the way she would put that. And then the last thing, and this is just because we're in Mary Kay, but it's how I feel like you all have made me feel over the years, or over this year, as I've joined Mary Kay, talking about the beauty of a woman. The beauty of a woman is not in the clothes she wears, the figure she carries, or the way she styles her hair. Being beautiful is something she chooses to be. Infinite beauty reveals her spirit, her heart, and soul. With the combination of her loving compassion and gentle strength, a strong woman doesn't let anyone get the best of her, but a woman of strength gives the best of herself to everyone she loves. And I think Mary Kay has really shown me how to give and realize that strength, but also to realize that there's other people out there who are like that, and that you're not alone when you're doing that, or the way that you're going to live. And so I just kind of want to share those things.
So good. Yay. I totally want that middle thing. I was trying to write it down. That second one you shared. Maybe you can post it on like the Fearless unit, that second quote. That would be great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So, and it just reminded me of something. I'm just going to throw it in here for anybody who loves music. I was referred, I guess, to this song yesterday, and it's called Faithful Now, I think. Has anybody ever heard of it? It's by Vertical. Oh, you guys. Let me see. Let me see if I can look it up. I want you guys to hear it. Like, I'm not going to play it for you now, but if you'll look it up, it's so, so good. It's called Faithful Now, and it's by Vertical Worship. And the words are like, you know, he did all these things. He made the giant fall. He broke the prison walls with people's praise. He did all these great things. He was faithful then, and he's faithful now. And it's just really powerful. And if you if you're having a moment where you feel like you need a lift or you need some encouragement, I encourage you to listen to that song. I listened to it yesterday when my friend shared it with me, and I was like, wow, it was just very powerful. So I just thought I would share that with you as well. Okay, I know we went a little bit over, but I hope you guys, I know some of you have parties to do and all of that, so I'm going to go ahead and close out. And we are a Cadillac unit. So we're going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We want a pink Cadillac. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We want a pink Cadillac. Have a great night, everybody. I'm so excited about this booking contest. And don't think Whitney and I aren't going to be booking. We just don't want to, embellish somebody's team. So we're just going to be doing it together. But we're going to see how you guys do. Have a great night. Bye. Bye.